This is the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime. Yet another Optimus Prime figure from a Generations line. And this one is looking to be one of the best Optimus Prime figures we've had. Here's a look at the new Voyager class packaging. Trapezoidal shape. Very nice. Very attractive. It's like you want to keep the box and put the figure back, much like the Marvel Legends or Star Wars Black Series. So you get Takara Tomy logo there and Hasbro logo here. Same figure for both companies, I presume. Let's get it out of packaging. And here is Voyager class Siege Optimus Prime out of packaging, and this is the pose. I've been meaning to get my Optimus Prime figures for like the longest time since I watched that Transformers cartoon animated movie back in the late 80s, and this guy is amazing. Sure, he has a ton of kibble right here, right here, right here. Almost everywhere is a bunch of kibble that really takes out the G1 aspect, the G1 boxiness of this figure, but I love it. I'm actually enjoying this figure. Probably, if there's one thing I'm not enjoying, it's all the silver paint, sort of battle damage type of weathering. Probably because I've seen a lot of custom Transformers at hobby shops here in Manila, and if you've seen a lot of custom work here and there from collectors, this kind of paint apps, this kind of silver weathering type of, it looks cheap. It looks like a kid just did it. It looks dirty. It does not look like a good kind of dirty wash or weathering. It just looks like it was an afterthought, and it's just not working. The whole idea is to make him look like that plate of metal, whatever it is, or shoulder or whatever, has gotten some wear and tear. This looks more like he stepped on a puddle of silver mud and he splashed all over it, and the mud is all over his place. So sorry, Hasbro, that kind of paint app is not just working. You should have just kept this one clean. And yeah, I know they're probably thinking it's more expensive to do that kind of custom work, of that kind of weathering, but either you do a good job on it or you don't. Okay, so on to the figure itself. Fantastic detail. I'm actually very pleased at how much I like it. And the reason, part of the reason, one of the main things I'm actually enjoying myself with this Optimus Prime is the ton of articulation this figure has. And it's like the first time I got my G.I. Joe figures back in the 80s, boy, those figures were so articulated. Nothing like the He-Man or the Star Wars Kenner figures that I had, and I just posed the figures here and there all the time, bent all those joints. This Optimus Prime is not so different. As you can see, he's got a ball joint in the neck. He's got a waist swivel. If he had an ab crunch that made his torso up and down, move up and down like that, that would have been fantastic. Swivel shoulder. There's another hinge right here that allows you to go in and out. Bicep swivel. The smokestacks do fold up to allow that kind of motion. Hinge elbow, swivel wrists, and this one just keeps on. So I wish there was a way to lock this in place. It's kibble, but it's more annoying that it swivels out every time you play with the figure. He's got a ball hinge hip, doesn't ratchet. It's tight enough. It's not as loose as I thought it would be. Thigh swivel. Hinge knees that do more than like a 90-degree bend. It's like, I don't know, 120-degree bend, 150-degree bend. Wow, look at that. Some ankle articulation. One joint I am missing is the forward and backward rocking motion of the foot. The toe does that, but I would have preferred that other than this type of motion, it would also have that forward and backward to allow for a better stance, a more stable front stance. He does have a very stable straddle stance, but the front stance is a little bit awkward without that forward backward joint for his ankle. But other than that, it's fantastic. I love this. I'm loving this figure. I didn't think I would like it as much. So he does come with his trademark signature Optimus Prime blaster. We'll do some comparisons with other blasters. It's a little bit busy for me. I wish it would made it much smoother, but like this one's okay, but there's still a lot of holes here and depressions here and there. I wish it would have been more solid. Okay, he comes with a battle axe. This one is a little bit underwhelming for me. I love the shape, I love the design. I just wish they made this one clear plastic. These two blade pieces would have been nice if it were done in clear plastic. A red Autobot symbol would have been nice. It looks as though Hasbro went cheap and just did a two-tone weapon. So, okay. And what else? He comes with a nice instruction sheet. Very, very clear. I'm very pleased with this one. I love that gray and white contrast. Okay, does this Optimus Prime have a matrix of leadership? Unfortunately, he doesn't. There is a cavity right here in his chest. You could somehow customize one, I suppose, but it's not meant for that. It's really meant to transform the head and tuck away the head in alt mode. So it's a little bit of a shame, unlike what we've had for the power of the primes. The matrix of leadership is present right there, but sadly no. Okay, on to how, let's do some comparisons, how he fares with the other Optimus Prime. With the power of the primes, Optimus Prime, I still think this is the, I do like this one. I think this is a very definitive Optimus Prime despite all the issues he has. But with regard, comparing it to how he would look like in G1, he's a lot closer to the G1 Optimus Prime than him, a little bit. Even head sculpt wise, proportion wise, this is more of a G1 Optimus Prime than this one. As for their blasters, it's very, very similar. I mean, look at that. The proportions are very similar. Even the design, very similar. Okay. And Voyager class, Classics Optimus Prime, or Henkei Optimus Prime, this one. About the same size. He's a little bit taller. Roughly standing at 6 3/4 inches tall. He is 6 2/3 inches tall. So, yeah, this is just almost the same. I was surprised he's a little bit taller than this one. Here is the actual War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, deluxe class. Put it there. And Titan's Return Optimus Prime. You know what I mean. This is Octane. They share the same mold. So they're about the same height, actually. He's the same height as this one. So he's a little bit taller. Just 1/8 of an inch taller than his predecessors. So not too bad. Not too bad, actually. I actually like the size. I was expecting it to be much smaller, but it's not. So there. So let's transform Optimus Prime. The gun, put it away. Battle axe, fold the big blade first, then the smaller one. Otherwise, if you do this one first, you'll have a difficult time tucking this one in. Handle folds neatly right there. Okay, on to the figure. Fold the arms this way, about 90 degrees, because the arms fold up more than 90 degrees. Just keep it like that. Okay, do the legs. Rotate at the knee, not at the thigh. Just by the knee, right there. Easy. Okay, fold these out. Fold it right here. Make sure everything folds flush, like that, all flat. Don't just fold it like that. Okay, you're gonna need to fold it all the way up there. This one rotates up here. This one rotates here. Feet and heel spurs fold this way and this way. Okay, and then you join the legs together. Okay, make sure everything's aligned. Okay, just like that. This one goes up, rotate right there, and that's the grill of the truck. I thought this was the grill, so he's got real chests. These are real chest but fake abs. And lights. Okay, the instructions say to fold this entire assembly up like that. I actually thought you had to detach it from here where he swivels the waist. You do that, you're gonna break the toy. There is a separation right there in his crotch. You fold it. Don't just fold the legs like this. You fold the entire hip assembly up like that. There's a separation. Just take note of that, and don't try and break the toy by doing what I did. I was too stupid to figure it out at first. I tried to break this one. Not gonna happen. So do it this way. There's a hinge right there. Okay, and then you can probably fold this in, but we'll do that later. Okay, at this point in time, go ahead and fold the arms back this way, so you'll have clearance to fold the front tires down like that. Just like that. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, just like that. They're actually tabs for this position, but this is a secondary position. The primary position for wheels is this way, but apparently there are tabs there. Okay, go ahead and open the chest of leadership. I'm kidding. Fold the head all the way down. Fold these here. Okay, fold these up. Out, fold this one out, and then let's do the arms first. Go ahead and fold out the headlamps. Fold the shoulders back as you would do most Optimus Prime figures, and the G1 style of transformation. Fold it back like that. Fold the arms here. Arms here, like that. Okay, at this point in time, open up the chest cavity again, and then fold that roof right over there, right there, and then right there. The grill fits right there. The roof collapses. Fold the windshield. Okay, and then the arms fold in while the headlamps tab in here. Okay. Okay, right there. Okay. And these fold up here. Fold up here. And these, okay, fold in right there. Fold in right there. Fold. Fold. Wheels, fold up. Okay, and then these side panels just fold in right here, fold in right there. And there is Optimus Prime in his truck mode. Goes okay, not as smooth because the wheels are not smooth, but there's enough clearance to roll. So the truck mode looks okay. It could pass as a Earth mode, actually. Earth mode vehicle. But it is supposedly Cybertronian. It's like a Cybertronian truck or semi. Okay, so it's here. One step I forgot to show you guys is you gotta flip these open. Fold them like that just to reveal that port. For the shield, but the truck looks nicer. If you're not going to store the weapons in truck mode, the truck does look nicer with these panels down. I mean, it's much smoother and flush, but you won't be able to put that weapon in the shield or the gun if you want to. I think the gun will also fit right here nicely, and then you can put the shield somewhere else like that, or here. But the instructions say to put the shield there, and then the gun rests here. That's him in truck mode. Do a little bit of a comparison. Here he is with United Tracks. Obviously not the best scale. But he does scale well with his buddy Ultra Magnus. This is the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. You got the War for Cybertron Siege Optimus Prime right there. It's okay. Ultra Magnus is a little bit small scale, but I think it could work. It has a trailer this big. Yeah, I totally believe that. That could work quite nicely. That's the car. So final thoughts on the figure. Should you get him? Absolutely. I mean, if you're a big fan of Optimus Prime, this is a no-brainer. This is as close as we'll get to a Generations Optimus Prime done in G1 style. Sure, he has a lot of issues with kibble, the whole battle damage, weathered, shoddy paint apps. Sure, transformation a little bit too involved, but all in all, I think it's one of the best Optimus Prime figures in the Voyager class scale that we've had. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Some few issues to work out, but I think it's great. I think it turned out better than I expected it. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this video review. This has been the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime. Thanks for watching.